abundance, and gratitude to all. As we all get distracted with sporting events, parties, fake birthday parties, fake celebrations for mediocrity, or even to be proud of your own enslavement, because that's what we are celebrating us being great slaves, and arguing back and forth about things that has no direct impact on the growth, the physical and mental growth and development of our race. It's the earth flat around. It's a war going on in the heavens. We were here in America first. We were here on this side first. The Indians are fake. All that shit means nothing. The people on the planet that has animal DNA don't belong here. Point blank and simple. Mix animal DNA. Let me make that very clear. Using DNA from different animals to make one living whole organism. Basically a Humpty Dumpty put together mother French toaster. A mutation. Someone on this planet understands and know how to manipulate and fuse genetics. Period. You all are focused on the wrong shit. The universe is setting this up for two homes, one for the sun people and one for the moon people.
Okay, I'm gonna name the states that this concern is the Colorado River, okay? The Colorado River is very, very low. And there's no coming back at this point time in our lifetime. It's over. A lot of states is over, a lot of cities, a lot of towns. It's game over. It's just a ticking time bomb. Two trains getting ready to run head to head, straight in for each other. If you depend on water for the Colorado River, I would evacuate. But stay there and let the faucets run dry. And it will. I'm going to go ahead and let this play. Maybe this man would change your mind on relocating. That is Arizona, Nevada, California, Utah, Wyoming. Who I left out? New Mexico. 7 states. Let it play.
One place this is happening is Lake Powell along the Utah-Arizona border. The lake is a storage basin for the Southwest's dwindling supply of water, also a source of hydropower. And a mega drought has drained the lake to historically low levels.
Glen Canyon Dam is about to do something it has never done before. Stop producing power. Not because of a failure, not because of damage, but because there simply isn't enough water left. And the moment that happens, everything tied to the Colorado River system starts to unravel. Right now, Lake Powell is sitting at just 24% capacity. That alone is alarming. But here's the real problem. There is a line, a single elevation, 3,490 feet above sea level. If the water drops below that, the dam's turbines don't just slow down. They shut off completely. And according to federal forecasts, that could happen this year. Because the math is already broken.
You heard what he said?
Every second.
Whoa. Let's go back. What did he say?
And according to federal forecasts, that could happen this year.
Okay, now that's this year. The Colorado River stopped producing water to 7 states this year. Didn't I tell you some of y'all don't have 7 months or a year left of fresh drinking water left? It's about to be crazy here in the United States. I'm telling you some real shit. It's about to be the purge. Let me rewind it so you can hear what he said. This is 7 states that depend on the Colorado River. Because a lot of y'all think you got 10, 15, 20 years. Hell no. I wouldn't be doing this shit if you had that much time. I got other better things to do. Let it play again. Let it go.
A single elevation, 3,490 feet above sea level. If the water drops below that, the dam's turbines don't just slow down. They shut off completely.
Now, 40 million people depend on that dam to produce electricity. You know who the 40 million people is? The first place is Las Vegas. Yes, Las Vegas will be in the motherfucking dark. Listen to what I'm saying.
And according to federal forecasts, that could happen this year, because the math is already broken. Every second, more water is leaving Lake Powell than entering it.
Data centers.
Outflows are running at over 8,000 cubic feet per second,
Data centers.
while inflows struggle at just 5,000. That gap is draining the reservoir day after day, month after month. And over the past year alone, Lake Powell has lost 2 million acre-feet of water. Gone. Not gradually, but in a single water year. Just 1 year ago, things looked like they were improving. Strong winters in 2023 and 2024 pushed the reservoir above 40%. People thought the crisis was easing, but it wasn't a recovery. It was a pause. And now the decline is back, faster than ever.
Data centers.
In the town of Page, Arizona, right on the edge of Lake Powell, the effects are already visible. Boat ramps that once stretched into deep blue water now end in dry ground. Out of 17 ramps, only 2 still work. Marinas have been extended again and again, just to keep up with the retreating shoreline. And the town has already built an emergency water intake that reaches below what experts once considered the absolute limit, because even they aren't sure how low this lake might go. But the real danger isn't when the lake goes empty. It comes much sooner. At 3,490 feet, something called minimum power pool. Below this level, the dam's massive intake pipes begin pulling in air instead of water. That creates a violent process called cavitation, where air bubbles collapse with explosive force inside the turbines. The result is metal getting torn apart from the inside. And operators have no choice but to shut everything down. That shutdown would wipe out 1,300 megawatts of power. Enough electricity for nearly 6 million homes. Gone. But the damage doesn't stop there. Because the revenue from that power, hundreds of millions of dollars every year, funds critical programs, wildlife protection, river management, and water systems for communities across the West. When the turbines stop, that money disappears too. So what happens next? The dam does have a backup system. 4 massive steel pipes known as river outlet works. But here's the problem. They were never meant to handle the full load. And worse, they've already failed once. In 2023, during a controlled test, these pipes developed cracks after just 3 days of use. Engineers repaired them, spent millions reinforcing them, but even now, officials admit they cannot rely on them alone. So the dam...
Okay.
So let me say this to you. They got you distracted with oil and gas prices because you're worrying about that fucking vehicle. You're worrying about your car, getting back and forth to work, getting back and forth to the clubs, getting back and forth to the stores so you can buy your fancy gear, getting back and forth to the concerts and all the parties. See, you worrying about the fucking fuel and the gas prices and not thinking about the water. You're not thinking about the number one vehicle, and that's the one you live in. You don't live in your house. You reside in your house. You don't live in your car. You use your car. You live and use the body in which you fucking walk around in. And that body is made of 72 to 73, maybe 74% water. Your brain sits in 80% water. And you're worrying about other things that mean absolutely nothing to you. And this shit is taking place. They can't stop what's happening. I thought this honestly was going to go maybe a little bit further into 2027 and 2028 where it's going to get crazy. I am really looking at the radiation levels, the energy that Earth is absorbing from behind or underneath or whatever the case may be on the nighttime and on the daytime at this particular time. I'm looking at the energy that Mother Earth is absorbing. And I'm looking at how nature is acting. I'm looking at how the stars, the moon and the sun is aligning. And I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, this is going to be a doozy time. 2026 going forward, everybody will know that there is a force, an energy here that your government, your leaders, your God, whoever you believe in, will not be able to stop it. Will not be able to stop it. As I told you before, the entire truth has to come out about who we are and who they are. Not that the earth is flat around. That's not a concern. We will figure all that shit out. We need to know the truth. That is the hardcore truth that is a detriment to our species. What has been going on for the last hundreds, thousands of years on this Gregorian calendar. We need to know the goddamn truth. And that's what Mother Universe is doing. It is being revealed. And guess what? It's going to be a hurtful and a painful truth to 99.9% of everyone on this fucking planet. For the unorganic species, the fucking joke. I mean, the complete joke is on you. You thought you was going to get away with this. You thought you was going to live your best life generation after generation off the blood, sweat, and tears of so-called black people. And black people, so-called black people, you have some fucking nerve. How we talk about how tough we are, how strong we are, how we ain't gonna let nothing happen to our kids, how we protect our families, man, this whatever. And this go for woman, child, and man. In fact, this doesn't go for the child, because I would say woman and man. And more so, man was a child first. So I would say the mother and the son. This is an outright fucking embarrassment on us. You better believe it. That we will literally take a definitive stand with one another. Family members, friends, people that look exactly like us, that share our genetics. And we will take a stand with each other over pettiness. I'm not speaking to this person no more. I don't even want to hear this person. F this person, deaf to this person. It could be something as small as somebody wearing my clothes, somebody stepped on my sneakers, somebody stole $5 from me, I'm not saying any of that is right. You must give respect to people. But what we are assassinating each other psychologically and physically. What we are assassinating each other for is fucking embarrassing. Embarrassing. To say what we won't do or talk to one another, how the hatred and the anger is shown towards one another. But we allow a species that did nothing from the time it was birthed, it was mutated to manipulate us, to abuse us in all forms of facet, whether it's scientific experiment, whether it's just for their pleasure and enjoyment, raping, destruction of children, colonizing, for hundreds and hundreds of years. And we found a way to forgive these people to the point that we become even more vulnerable to allow free access to our children medically and educationally. And we don't see how that right there within itself is a clear detriment, a destruction to our race. To allow these people free access to us and to lead us, because that's exactly what's happening. We had nothing to do with the education system other than the education system being written. It's more importantly the medical system being written and created off of our genocide. We had nothing to do with the medical system nor the education system at all. We are participating in that and hoping that we are going to be successful in it. So we're praying, we're putting our soul, we're putting our mind, our consciousness. We are using our black neuromelanin, black magic. We are using our magic to create their world for them, which is a prison for us. We don't see that. Mother Universe is going to show it to you, and it's going to be painful. But guess what? Through pain comes growth, abundance, and gratitude to all.